Welcome back, everybody. This is Wyldemaverick coming at you with another Bee Swarm Simulator video. Today's video is going to be about tickets, what they're good for, how I like to grind them, where you can get them, and we're going to jump right into it. Tickets are good for things such as buying gumdrops or royal jellies. Honestly, I don't recommend that. You play long enough, you're going to get what you need just through the course of grinding the different fields, etc. The reason I like tickets is right over here in the ticket tent. This is what I recommend saving up your tickets for. In the ticket tent, this is where you can get your event bees. Now I already have all the event bees, but we'll just go through them real quick so you can see what's in here. You have Puppy Bee, which costs you 500 tickets. You have Photon for 500, Tabby for 500, Gummy for 500. Then you have Crimson and Cobalt, were 250 each. You can also buy a gold egg. Again, not something I would recommend spending tickets on unless you need gold eggs for something like buying a piece of equipment. I think there's at least maybe one mask out there where you need some gold eggs. The important thing for me is the Star Treat, which costs 1,000 tickets, which shows you how important that is. And what you can do with a Star Treat is you can feed a Star Treat to any one of your bees, and it will automatically turn it gifted. Now, unlike a Star Jelly, which will give you a randomly gifted bee, you never know what you're going to get, a Star Treat will gift whatever bee you give it to. And I actually just got a Star Treat a little earlier today and gifted my Puppy Bee. Now, your event bees, the only way to make them gifted is to feed them a Star Treat. Your other bees, you might be able to feed them your favorite treat and get a random gifting, which happens once in a blue moon. So I am grinding tickets. If I spend a full day of grinding, I can usually get between 100 and 220 tickets, depending on how lucky I get. There are 8 different ways you can get tickets. You can get them from killing the mobs, killing bosses. You can get them from sprouts. You can get them from the sparkles at nighttime. You can get them by completing quests. You can get them by completing badges. You can get them by using the wealth clock, and you can actually buy them for honey up in the mountaintop. So what I like to do when I'm going on a hard grind for tickets, and I've been through this map a few times, so some of the mobs might not be available for me, but what I like to do is come over here, and I actually have Black Bear's quest completed, so we'll see if he's going to give us a ticket. Sometimes he'll give us a ticket, maybe half the time or so. And we received a ticket, 50 treats and 1,000,000 honey, so that's not too bad. And he's got a new quest for me, which we'll just put in the kitty there. So we're starting this grind here with 5 tickets. We just got one. That takes us up to 6 tickets. We also have Polar Bear's quest complete, and he's good maybe half the time for a ticket. So what I'm going to do is start off in the rose field. It's not time for my scorpions yet. There are 2 scorpions in here. They're not ready to respawn. Once in a blue moon, you can get a ticket or a few tickets out of a scorpion. I think I've gotten 5 or 10 out of them before, but it's relatively rare. So we're going to go through there. We're going to come up here into Pine Tree. There's a couple mantises in the Pine Tree, which I think I'm ready for. And there is a werewolf coming out of Cactus, which I'm also ready for. Now, the werewolf almost always gives you at least 1 ticket. And we see that we get 1 ticket out of werewolf. The mantises, like the scorpions, once in a blue moon, you can get 1 or 3 or maybe even 5 or so tickets out of there. Looking at the token drops from the mantises, there are no tickets. Oops. And we have a glue from the werewolf right there. So now I'm going to go up here to Polar Bear, see what he's got for me. And I see it's turning nighttime, so we're going to take a little detour after we finish off talking to Polar Bear. We're just going to whip through this and see what he's got. He always says the same thing. We did get a ticket, 10 treats, 100,000 honey. We will get his quest in the queue Now at nighttime come the fireflies, and I see they are over in Rosefield. The fireflies, when you disturb all of them, they will drop out a moon charm, but the dark spots under them, and I'll try and show you one right here where the sparklies are coming out of, those will give you, there's a treat, there's a strawberry, it will give you random things like that, honey, and on occasion you can get a ticket from a sparkle. I've actually gone through a nighttime before, time or two, where I've gotten 2 tickets out of sparkles. And I can usually, depending on where the sparkles go next, chase them down in at least 3 fields. They always land 3 times in a field, and then they move on to the next field. If they're close enough together, you can catch maybe, like I say, 3 fields worth of them. Hit these sparkles. There's a honey. That sparkle is a honey. I think they are going, either going up to mountaintop or they were going over to strawberry. So we're gonna, or excuse me, not mountaintop, cactus. So we're gonna run up here real quick. Yeah, I wasn't paying enough attention. I think they're probably down in strawberry right over here. And we're going to hit these. We also have a couple ladybugs in here who can, on a rare occasion, give you a ticket. I've actually gotten 5 tickets from a ladybug before. And that is the same with the rhino beetles. It's very rare, but you can get them on occasion. So we're not seeing any tickets in those sparkles, but we got some moon charms. Those are always nice to have. So we're just going to finish off in this field here with the fireflies. We go over to Spider Field. Spider is often good for a ticket or so. There's a vicious bee in here as well, so we're going to see a lot going on. There is a ticket from the spider. I'm going to help kill this small vicious bee and get a stinger out of that. Now I talked about being able to buy gumdrops with tickets. This is where you would do that. And you could buy 3 gumdrops for 1 ticket, or you can buy 30 for 10 tickets, or 300 for 100 tickets. Again, I wouldn't recommend that. You can get those easily enough if you just keep grinding and killing. We have a couple rhino beetles in here that will most likely not give us any tickets. I'm going to run up into pineapple, where we will find a rhino beetle and a mantis. Will also probably not give us a ticket, but you never know. I feel like I'm moving pretty slow right now, but hopefully we won't lag too bad. So I see no tickets in there. If you're familiar with Stump Snail, he's up here in the stump. It's not time for mine to respawn yet, but he's usually good for 50 or 60 tickets. Problem is, it takes a while to kill him. Even with my hive, I would have to grind non-stop for 5 or 6 hours to kill him one in a row. And the time it takes me to do that, I can just grind through the map and get that many tickets. Now I'm going to check on Tunnel Bear. I had this game freeze up on me earlier when I was trying to kill him, so I don't know if he's available for me or not. And I think he is. And he's usually good for 5 tickets, plus some other goodies. And my bees are good enough that I should be able to kill him well before I get to the exit circle. And Tunnel Bear is down. There is 10 tickets. Nice. few other goodies. 35 million honey, some jellies, some gumdrops. We are going to exit this tunnel. We're going to shoot over if we can get moving. Actually, I'm going to bypass Blue Flower Field over here. There's one Rhino Beetle in there, and there's an entrance to King Beetle, who is good for some tickets, but it's not time for him yet. I'm going to come up here into Clover. We have a Beetle and a Ladybug. And no tickets there. And over here, this is where I mentioned you can buy a Royal Jelly for 6 tickets. I really wouldn't do that, but back when I was newer, I was desperate for jellies. I was desperate for gumdrops. I spent more tickets than I should have on those things. You can also spend them on an ant pass. I've done that. Now this is the wealth clock. Looks like it is ready for me to use. What this does is after you've been playing for an hour, you can come up here and power the wealth clock up. It will increase your pollen by 1% and print you a ticket. After another hour, you can come back and get 2% and 2 tickets. I am at 3% and 3 tickets, so that's 3 easy tickets. If I play another hour, I can get 4. And then it maxes out at 5, so even if you're playing 6-7 hours, you're only going to get 5 tickets every hour, but it's easy tickets. If you're going to be playing that long anyways, you might as well take it. I see Brown Bear is ready for a new quest, which will be a simple one, and Brown Bear is good for always 2 tickets. You can also get tickets from Honey Storms. I can't summon one at this point. I have to wait a while, but Honey Storms I've seen anywhere from 0 to 4 tickets. So I like to chase down every Honey Storm. Chase down every Sprout, even the common Sprout. Once in a while you can get a ticket out of that. You usually don't see any tickets until you start getting into your rare Sprouts, and the bigger Sprouts are always going to have tickets. And I was actually thinking of doing another video at some point just about different types of Sprouts, how to take them down and what you might get out of them. Another way to get tickets is something I didn't even know about for the first few weeks I was playing. These badges here. Everything you do counts towards some type of badge, and as you complete each level, you will get some amount of tickets. Now, most of these I'm working on a Grandmaster badge, which is 40 tickets, but the lower levels are less tickets, and I don't really remember how much they were. I don't know if it was like 5 tickets or whatever. But make sure you check your quests, or excuse me, your badges, see where you're at, and if you have something completed, you just click on it. It gives you your next badge, and it gives you your tickets. So always keep an eye on that. Now, another way to get tickets, which is no longer feasible for me, but I will show you where this is. If you can get up to the mountaintop, and the quickest way for us to get up there is to run very slowly to the red cannon. This will take us up to the mountaintop if you're able to use the cannon. And there is a little ticket thing here where you can buy tickets. Now, I've bought a bunch of tickets throughout the past, and the price keeps going up. I don't know if it maxes out at anything, but right now, one ticket cost me $41.5 million in honey. So buying tickets is no longer an option for me. I'm not going to spend that kind of ridiculous money for that. For 4.8 billion honey, you could get 100 tickets. I'll never be that desperate for 100 tickets because I know I can grind that out in a day. But that option is there, and I'm sure they were pretty cheap to start out with. I wish I had paid more attention to that and saved buying them for when I might be more desperate. But the option is there. So now this wasn't a completely full run through like I would normally do, but I think it does give you kind of an indication of where we're at. And we started this video with 5 tickets. We're up to 22 tickets. Granted, 10 of that was from Tunnel Bear, and you can only do him every couple days, but you know, a short amount of time we got 17 tickets, and if you're going to grind hard all day and this is something you want to do, then like I say, you could do 100 tickets in a nice full day if you really had to. And I am just going to let my guy finish up here. We're going to let him fill up just to get a little bit of pollen in the container. Love to hear in the comments how you guys like to grind tickets. What's the best way you found to get tickets? What's the best tickets you've gotten from somebody? I think some of the bigger quests probably had a good amount of tickets. They've all kind of blurred together for me, so I don't really remember them. But let me know how you like to get them. And if you want to see more, hit like and subscribe, and we will see you the next time.